Good day. It's still the 23rd of July, 2021, Friday. Looking at the different agencies and our operations and things like that. And as you probably know, in Afghanistan, the United States is now withdrawing from Afghanistan. But, for a long time, the DEA had a tactical team there, the FAST team. And that was all fine and good, but, I think what people really want, and certainly you do have to focus on international criminals, for sure. But I think what people want to see is how their tax dollars are being used right here in the United States. And again, one agency that does that better than any other agency. And number two, they also publicize what they do. And that is, again, the Marshals Fugitive Task Forces. Okay? Now, what is there really to publicize about an agency that transports prisoners and guards judges? There's not a lot to put in there. But what they do, they do a very good job of making sure that the public knows what they're doing to protect the public. And I hope you don't listen to this guy. His name is Spottemgottem or something. I like Aretha Franklin and Stevie Wonder, and this guy, I don't know what he's about, but apparently he's some strange individual. But he pulled a gun on a parking attendant who wanted $80 for a parking bill. And of course, they knew who he was, so they got a warrant for him. But for whatever reason, the Miami-Dade police did not serve it. The U.S. Marshals served it on him, and he had an AK-47 in his room, which the good Lord was looking out for Spottemgottem, because if he had gone for that weapon, he would be a dead Spottemgottem. But thank God he's alive. He was taken to court, released on bail, and but again, you see the good work of the Marshal Service. So I've got a real brief news presentation where they don't mention the Marshals at all. But again, the Metro-Dade or Miami-Dade SWAT team deferred to the Fugitive Task Force. I can't imagine why in this environment. And let them make the arrest. Okay.
Well, a well-known rapper scheduled to perform in town next week is instead singing from behind bars. Yeah, he is accused of pulling a gun on someone. But as NBC6's Marcin Joseph reports, he isn't supposed to be armed at all.
Good afternoon, Mr. Hardin.
Jacksonville rapper Spottemgottem stood before a judge in Miami-Dade court Friday after being arrested for having a gun while a convicted felon. The rapper, whose real name is Nehemiah Hardin, was arrested Thursday night on a warrant. Spot 1 million followers on social media and raps the viral TikTok song Beatbox.
This other one is an affidavit in support of arrest warrant.
According to an arrest report, Hardin was wanted by police for an incident that happened in June. He's accused of pulling a gun on someone who confronted him about breaking a parking gate in a Miami Beach garage. Police say the 19-year-old had an AK-47 on him when arrested.
He has a career as a rap artist. He has obligations.
Spottemgottem is scheduled to perform next week at the Rolling Loud Festival at Hard Rock Stadium. Marcin Joseph, NBC6 News.
So there you have it. Spottemgottem is probably back out on bail, hopefully a little bit wiser. Again, hopefully they'll put a federal firearms charge on this guy because he is a federal felon. And that might just keep him alive. That just might keep him alive. He's not a very old man, but sometimes the best place for some people is a controlled environment, such as a prison, where they can't get in a lot of trouble and they're not as likely to get shot as they are running around on the street. And, it's not that I'm a prophet, but I see that this guy's life, the way it's going, is not going to be long or fruitful, and I want them to have a long life. As Christians, we want people to live long. We want them to serve other people. We don't want to see people die young. That doesn't help anybody. So a long life for Spottemgottem and the good sense to live it. So, again, we have a federal marshals team that made the arrest. Okay, they weren't mentioned on the news, but that's okay. But they charge them in state court. I would like to see that charge moved over to federal court. Okay, that is something, again, this is what, for the administration, the Attorney General, the Deputy Attorney General, all this stuff with the Mexican government and the Afghan heroin trafficking organization, this is all fine and good. The American people love to see that, but what they really want to see is crime go down in their neighborhoods. And the way that you do that, again, this Marshals Fugitive Task Force does that every day. And the DEA, if they're wise, and the ATF, if they're wise, we'll look at something that's working and put it to work, because right now our inner cities are really overloaded with violence, and they're just not safe. I don't go in, when I go visit my mom, I got to carry a weapon everywhere I go. I mean, why are you carrying that? Because it's a dangerous place. It didn't used to be that dangerous, but it is now. But again, by bringing those forces to bear in the areas where they're needed the most, I think you can make a difference. And also the American people will see where their spent tax money is going, and it's going to bring crime down. So hopefully, it's been a little bit entertaining. You've had a little bit of my opinion. And again, I think of all the federal agencies that you can get into, I hope that the Marshals start hiring, because right now that would be my #1 choice, just because of the Fugitive Task Force. Unfortunately, you're going to be put in court duty first, but that would be my first choice. So I hope you had a good, hope it's been informative, hope it's been a little bit entertaining at Spottemgottem's expense, unfortunately. And I hope you have a very good weekend. And thank you for the kind comments. And, keep sending, whatever questions, or you want me to look at a resume or something. I'm going to do one on how to do a resume for the Marshals and DEA next week. Okay? Have a good day.